see what they think about this.
What were your expectations of marriage before getting married, and were they met or exceeded?
Yeah, that's a question. Yeah.
I'm gonna let my wife go first on this one.
Okay.
I don't feel like I had any expectations because we had been together for so long. We were living together, so I wasn't really expecting anything to be different per se, other than the fact that we were actually committing to our union before God. That was really the major difference for me. But I feel like we've gotten closer. But I can't say I had like an expectation of, things are going to be this way.
Okay.
But during those 7 years, those initial 7 years of that engagement, you felt already like you were just married? Is that what it is? So you didn't think anything was...
Yeah, because we lived together. Finances were already combined. The way we ran our household is to this day the same. There's no real debt. So essentially it's like we were married without actually having a piece of paper.
All right, let me interject. My wife being cute for y'all, all right? I don't know why she doing this for the camera. Listen, it was not her idea to be engaged for 7 to 8 years. That was all on me. To answer your question, I had expectations. She was like, let's do it right now. Let's go to court. We don't need no grand gesture. We don't need people there. Let's go to court and get it done. Because I was married before, I had certain expectations. You understand what I'm saying? I wanted to do it a certain way. I wanted to make sure we had certain things lined up so that, our future would be a little bit more secure than what it was. And not realizing that throughout that 7 years, I was already building those things with her. So we really didn't need to wait. But because I'm a Scorpio, I was so stubborn at the time, I thought that's what I needed to do. So she's being a little modest, but yeah.
But that's how it goes with us, though. We kind of drag our feet in the sense of thinking we got to make sure everything is absolutely perfect before we make that move. We had a very long engagement as well, basically with the same train of thought on my end. Like I was hoping that everything would line up to be perfect. We would be able to buy the house. We would be able to do this. But in reality, it's not really perfect. But we were in, I would say, probably the best of our relationship. You know what I mean? At that time, that was probably the best versions of us. We were very happy, and
it worked out.
Yeah, it wasn't, the weight didn't really bother us, but it was, like you said, it was my fault as well for dragging my feet thinking I had to be perfect. So I get it.
And then the whole time, we realizing like, oh, all of this stuff I'm thinking needs to fall in line was already happening naturally without me having to force it. So yeah.
That's called a good team. That's called a good partner. Yeah, when your team is on the same track with each other, things just flow real smooth like that.